Hey, right guys, Truth Munch's Joe here, and today we are doing the Q&A for July, which is uploaded in August, so that makes no sense. But yeah, as of, what was it? I did one 7 days ago, so I think 7 days ago I did the one for June. I kind of messed up because I asked questions twice. So this is the one for July, and then I'll upload the asking questions on Patreon in a couple of days for August, and I'll upload that at the end of August. So I kind of got messed up on all that, and I do apologise for it. So there are 24 questions here. This is going to be unedited again as usual. Hope you guys are still okay with that. But I just find it's easier for me to render, and I think it's better for you guys. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know, probably not. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's helping support the channel on Patreon and continuing to ask these questions. I'd be kind of heartbroken if I got one question every month, but that is not the case. So thank you very much. If you do want to ask a question in yourself as well, I'll be doing I mentioned this last Q&A as well, but I'll be doing a YouTube-centric Q&A before the end of the year, probably either for August or September. But if you do want to ask the Patreon questions, you only have to be a $1 Patreon, and I'll leave a link to that down below if it piques your interest. If not, you can come back every month and just check out these ones to my answers to questions, such as one from Summer Sky, which literally says, can we play Fortnite, mate? Wow, first question, can we play Fortnite? Of course we can. If anyone wants to add me on a PSN, I'll leave a link thing. I'll write my name in the pinned comment for PlayStation. You can add me, we can play Fortnite, play games. I don't mind. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm really bad at Fortnite, as you may know. You might see me on some live streams, but yeah, I'll play with anyone who just kind of joins the pie, I guess. So add me on PlayStation. Thank you for the question. Jaden, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like Teen Wolf as a show? Sometimes it seems like you're annoyed and tired of the episode you're watching and want it to end already. I do think Teen Wolf needs to end, and I think it should have ended on Season 6, Episode 10. That is not to say that I don't like the show, though. I wouldn't have gone through 6 seasons of the show if I didn't like it. I wouldn't do that with any show, so I would have stopped way back in season 2 but even with season 2, it was like there was still something there that I liked about it, despite seasons 1 and 2 not being that great for me. As for a scale of 1 to 10 of how much I actually enjoy it, I am going to do like a really in-depth review for Teen Wolf when I finish the final episode. It'll probably be around an hour long. I'm going to go through every character, every arc, every villain, every season. As I think I mentioned this in the last Q&A. So I'll do an overall rating for it then, but I feel like I land somewhere in the 7 out of 10 mark. I think it could have been a lot better. But there's still things in there that I really like. Like the characters are great, they have cool chemistry, but I just don't like that it focuses on these characters that I personally don't care about, like Liam, Mason, and Corey. If it feels like I'm getting kind of sick and tired of watching some episodes, that's because that episode is not focusing on an arc or a character that I personally find interesting. But that's not to say I'm sick of the show overall, because that is not the case. Do not worry. If I'm bored of a show or I don't find it reaction worthy, then it just won't be on the channel. So don't worry. Every show that I'm reacting to at the moment, I enjoy enough to react to. So yes. Thank you for the question. C-note, do you believe that there are actors in soaps that could be great, even though you don't like soaps? For example, Ricky Whittle, who played Lincoln in the 100, of course, because he was on Hollyoaks, but he did well enough to make you upset. Yeah. Yeah, he's a great example. Ricky Whittle is in American Gods as well. I think soap actors, I think anyone can be a good actor, really, if they really put their mind to it. If that's what they want to do, they can be a good actor. It's not to do with if you're on a soap or not. I just feel like a lot of soap actors get very comfortable with what they're doing. That's their day job. So they won't I'm not saying they all do this. I don't know them obviously, but it doesn't seem like they venture out into other roles. Every soap actor I've seen, I've never really seen them venture out into films or the other TV shows. Like they're just happy with what they're doing, which is fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that. It's just if you're an actor, I feel like if I wanted to be an actor, I wouldn't feel satisfied just sticking with a soap TV show personally. I think I'd want to be in like a grander TV show or a film. And Ricky Whittle is a great example of that. He started out in Hollyoaks, went on to do the 100 and now American Gods. Who knows what he's going to do next, and he's still pretty young. So it's not to say once you're in a soap, that's what you are. You're a soap actor. It's like, no, you can branch out into other stuff. It's not something I've really thought that much about, but and no, I don't think soap actors are just bad actors. I just don't think you don't see them in anything else really. It's very rare you do. So yeah, thanks for the question. Georgina Fox, of the shows that you haven't started reacting to yet, which are you most excited for? Um, Good question. I think Shameless US, I'm very excited for. Buffy, I would be if I didn't hear that season one is the worst. It's never fun going into a show and the first season being the worst because you're just like, I need to get through this. But I'd say Shameless US, and I'm gonna say Once Upon a Time. I feel like that's one of those kind of teen drama shows I'm just gonna have a lot of fun watching, even if I don't like it, it'd be fun to kind of watch at least for the first season. Um, like as in like when I say don't like it, I mean like like enough to still kind of like Pretty Little Lies. If there's just elements that I don't like about it, but it's still fun to kind of watch. But Pretty Little Lies I do love, so bad example. But Once Upon a Time, there was another one. Oh, The Fosters. I think The Fosters could be really interesting. Yeah, I'd say they're the three shows I'm very excited for, and then You as well. That's one that's coming out in September with the actor who plays Dan Humphrey in Gossip Girl, and Shay Mitchell is in it as well. I think that could be an interesting one. I saw the trailer for it and it looks good, so I'm excited for that one for sure. Thank you for the question. Camillo? Magnus? You have the word Magnus in there. Are you ever going to do reactions to Merlin, my second favourite TV show right after Game of Thrones? The CGI isn't bad. Wait, some spelling mistakes here. But I just love it so much. I will pray for you to react to it someday in the future if you haven't already seen it. So Merlin actually got requested on Patreon. That's another one that someone has requested. I think like a couple months ago. No, I think it's around a month ago. But like I said, I don't want to take on way too many shows. I think Shameless and Buffy, the two ones I want to focus on now. But that's a very short show. I think that's only around 3 or 4 seasons. So I will definitely get into that show, don't worry. It'll be coming eventually. There's quite a few shows that are like around the corner, but I just need to wrap some stuff up because I do have a lot that I need to kind of focus on at the moment. But do not worry, it is on the list. It is on the to react to list. I've heard a lot about Merlin. I think that's quite an old one as well. I want to say it's 10 years old, something like that. I might be a bit older. Thank you for the question. Amazing Boy, could you do reactions to Video Game High School every episode? It's one season and they're like 12 minutes per episode, or react to the trailer. That's not one that I've had a lot of requests for, and no one's asked for it on Patreon. So never say never. Like if it is one season and they're 12 minutes long, that's perfect. It's short enough to react to, but it's not one that I've thought about up until like now. That's the first time I think I've seen a request for that show. So never say never. I say that about every show pretty much, but it's just how it is. Thank you for the question. Martha, where do we suggest shows for you to watch someday perhaps? I'm not entirely sure, so I'll just write it here. Lucifer, The Bold Type, and Wynonna Earp in that order. I think they're all good, so I have problems deciding. Yeah, I think shows, if you just request them on YouTube comments or tweet me about them, if I see a certain show enough, so Avatar The Last Airbender is the most recent example of that. I reacted to episode 1 today. That'll be going up on Patreon today as well. And then YouTube a week later. But that's one that I just had requests for over and over and over and over again, so I just decided to take it up because it is 20 minutes long as well, so it's fairly short. But Wynonna Earp is one that's been requested a lot. The Bold Type, not so much, and Lucifer has been a few times. So out of those three, if I had to pick one, it'd be Wynonna Earp, because that is currently only 2 seasons long as well. I know season 3 is airing at the moment. But yeah, just comment them on stuff like that, YouTube, Twitter. If I see it enough, I'll add it to the list. So thank you for the question. From Andrew Bassett, do you genuinely enjoy Pretty Little Liars? What other reactors, aside from J-Per-View, have you met/talked to? And do you think Choni is endgame? We'll start with the first one. Do I genuinely enjoy Pretty Little Liars? Yes, absolutely. I think where it is at season 4, and I think this is what I meant earlier when I said bad like Pretty Little Liars. Season 4 is not good. Like, this story is so repetitive, but it's still every episode I'm still entertained and I'm enjoying it because it's just funny. Like, some of the stuff's just funny. The characters, I love them, so I can't hate the show if I like the characters, I guess. I don't like where it's at the moment. If I was to be like critical about it, like story wise, it's just the same thing we've seen a million times. So hopefully you can get out of that soon. As of recording this, I'm on season 4, episode 16 or something like that, 15, 16. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I do genuinely enjoy Pretty Little Liars. Do not worry, even though sometimes it might seem like I'm not. It just might be like I don't genuinely enjoy that episode or this story that's happening at the moment. But overall, yes, I do like it. What other reactors aside from J-Review have you met slash talked to? I haven't met any reactors in person, but talked to. Fay Whale 34, Kinda Cold, Niles Reacts, Hannah Ivy. Um, there's gonna be like so many people like you didn't say so many people. I don't know that many people. I don't know why I said that. There's a few reactors I like message every now and again, but I won't say talk to. But they're the ones that I talk to like on a regular basis. Uh, yeah, I want to say that's like I'm gonna miss someone. I'm gonna feel so bad after, dude. But let me go on my no. That's got to be it. Surely they would have jumped on mine. I'm sorry for missing anyone else, but yeah, they're the reactors I talked to. And do you think Choni is endgame? Yeah, even if they didn't plan on making them endgame when they started Choni, I think they don't have a choice now. They will be endgame. Maybe even if they don't like stay together throughout like season 3 or 4 or however long the show will go on for, I think they will be, unless they kill one of them off, which I don't think Riverdale will do. If they did that, we'll see. Or the backlash if they did that. Thank you for the question. Oh, and then someone actually replied to this, Adam. Yes, half the time you seem annoyed to be watching. Guessing it's about Pretty Little Liars. Also, what shows were you planning on doing directly after Teen Wolf and Shadowhunters? And you should see, not necessarily react to Arrow. It's great, and there's a Thea in that show. Uh, so yeah. If I seem like I said, if I seem genuinely annoyed, it's because I'm annoyed at that story. It's not because I'm annoyed at the show overall. And then I've mentioned what I'll be doing after Teen Wolf and Shadowhunters, which is Buffy and Shameless. And I've seen Arrow before. I watched seasons 1 and 2, and then season 3, episode 1 killed off my favourite character, so I stopped watching it after that. But thank you for the question. Jansen, are you guys going to continue the Gossip Girl reactions, or did you guys drop that? Literally yesterday, no, 2 days ago, yesterday, 2 days ago, we reacted to episode 5. We are getting back into the show. Sorry that it took so long to get into. Like I say, just had a lot of shows going on. He's been doing his own thing. I've just left my job, so this is like my full-time thing now. So I have more time to, I have more energy to just kind of sit and do videos instead of coming back from work and be like, yeah, or him coming back from work and be like, yeah. Because I've seen the show before, so I'm not going to react to it by myself, even though I started doing that. If I'm continuing it, it'll be with Liam. And we did episode 5. So I'm going to try and stick to one a week again. But yeah, do not worry, Gossip Girl, as well as Skins and Rick and Morty will be coming back eventually too. I thought we'd stop with Gossip Girl though. Thank you for the question. Hashtag Angel, what are the next 2 shows you'll be reacting to? Buffy and Shameless. Do not worry. Thank you for the question. Zakaya, if you could be from any country, where would you be from? Oh, there's quite a few questions there. I think I mentioned that. Wait, rank PLL team. Oh, I think you asked some of these in the previous one. I think because I asked it twice, you might have been asking some of those questions from there, because I think it's the same person as well. Apart from this one, if you had to give up music, shows, movies, or YouTube or Twitter, which would you give up? I guess Twitter. Like, I don't. That would be a difficult one if you didn't have Twitter on there. Twitter, I'd give up Twitter. It's not like the be all and end all. I need YouTube to live. Movies is my life. Music is just helps with everything. And movies, shows. I need TV shows to react to. But Twitter, you put Twitter in there, so Twitter. How long do you think you'll be reacting for? I think I mentioned this a couple of Q&As ago, but as long as I enjoy it, I'm enjoying it at the moment. I do get like bored of it some days, but that's not like overall. It's just like it's like with anything. If you keep doing it over and over again, you get bored every now and again. But I'm not at the point where I'm like continuously bored of doing the same thing. I'm not. It's just like every now and then I'm like, I can't be bothered today, but that's to be expected, of course. So yeah, just as long as I enjoy it. As soon as I don't enjoy reacting anymore, I'll move on to something else. I don't want to be doing reacting for years and years and years and years. Like, no, that's not me. But it is me for now and I guess the next few years, I guess, but not forever. And I hope you guys will join me on whatever I do next. But do not worry, it'll be a couple of years at least until I drop that one. No question, but Thea looks like a surrogate in that picture. Oh yeah, I uploaded a picture of Thea with this post. Yeah, I've actually got Thea for a week because my mum's gone away to Crete with my sister, so I'm looking after Theodore. She's asleep on the sofa next to an orangutan. It's a teddy bear orangutan. It's not a real one, unfortunately, but that's what she's doing. I think she's trying to protect it. I guess I won the question, but thank you for commenting anyway. Lacey, if you could choose only one show to react to, what would it be? Game of Thrones season 8, because it's just like every episode is going to be insane. So I feel like I'd have to just react to that final season. That's a very difficult question though, because like at the time, it's like when I finish that show, it's like, do I react to it again? Like, difficult one, but I'd say Game of Thrones just because I feel like the last season's going to be insane. So, yeah. Technically cool as well if I could wipe my memory of Game of Thrones, then rewatch it, reacting to it, and not know what's going on, because that show's just crazy. My favourite show. Breaking Bad as well, that'd be a great one to react to if I hadn't already seen it. And another question, also, will you be reacting to the Fosters? I'm telling you, you'll love it. Yes, that is on the to react to list. No one requested it on Patreon, but that's another one that just so many people have asked for on YouTube for about a year now that I've added it to the list. It will be a while until I start that though, because it's quite a long show. Thank you for the questions. John, my boy, how much do you love Thea? I would call her in here. I would call her in here and put her on my lap and talk to her and tell her how much I love her in person. But she's literally asleep. I can't do that. Like, I always feel awful if I wake her up. So I'm going to leave her in there. Even though I do want to bring her onto the camera, but I'm not going to do it. I feel bad. But how much do I love her? With all my heart. Like, I've had her for, I think it was October 4 years ago. 4 years ago. So she's like 4 years old now. Well, just over 4 years old. I'll extend these August, so yeah, around 4 years old at this point. I'm so stupid. But yeah, I adore her. Just always by my side. It's kind of that's been like the one heartbreak of moving out, is leaving Thea behind. But I still see her like every other day because my mum's only around the corner. Like, she's not that far, so I still go and see her a lot. Thank the Lord. If I moved miles away, I'd be like, no. I'd learn to drive just so I can go see her. But thank you for the question, John. Scamfan3000, what would you do on a regular Wednesday if you were not doing YouTube? Jesus, well, I'd have another job because I'd need somehow to live. So either that, but let's say it's my day off. I'd watch a few TV shows anyway. I've always done that all my days. Probably rewatch 24 or Lost or Breaking Bad for the 10th time. Then game a bit, because even when I finish with YouTube for the day, which is around 6 o'clock, it's not. I'll add it all the way into the midnight, fortunately. But gaming, do a lot of gaming recently. I've got more into that recently. I kind of didn't game for a while because I just found it a bit boring and dull. But I've got back into that recently. I've been watching a lot more films actually. Before YouTube, I watched films so much, and now it's just because TV shows is just kind of taken over that now. And then any TV shows I would have watched in my spare time, I would have watched regularly back then. That's kind of what I do in my spare time now. So films I rarely have time for, sadly, and I adore film more than anything. So it's frustrating. So that I'll be going out as much as I can. I do anyway. Like went out to see Incredibles 2 with their gang a couple of days ago, which was nice. Planning Alton Towers, which is like a theme park in the UK, which I think is in a couple of months. Then we've got EGX in September, which is in London. Seeing BTS in November. Seeing 21 Pilots in February. I want to say it's February. So I'll just plan more stuff to do. But like I said, I try and keep it busy and not just YouTube anyway, because if it just gets so focused on YouTube, you not forget about that stuff, but you just kind of push that stuff aside, and I don't want to be that person who just pushes all plans aside. So I don't know how I got to that point, but yeah. Thank you for the question. Sophie, Do a top five favorite Teen Wolf characters. Also, what is your favorite team drama of all time? My favorite team drama is Liam's gonna love this, but Scam. It's technically a teen drama, sure. Ugh, I hate calling it a teen drama though, because then you generalize it with the Teen Wolves and the Pretty Little Liars, and it's way superior than that. So the cliche teen drama is Gossip Girl. I love that, and Vampire Diaries as well. I think those two are just fantastic. They still have weak moments, obviously, but they're just so much fun to watch. Like even the bad episodes of Gossip Girl, I was just having fun watching them. I remember I binged seasons. I said I watched the final season of Gossip Girl, but I binged seasons 1 to 5 in like a month. And for me, that's like really short. Um, yeah, I love that show. So yeah, and then top five Teen Wolf characters. Like I say, I'll do a full review, but as of right now, is Styles. I think I've done this quite a few times. To be fair, Styles, Scott, Cora, Lydia, Malia, something like that. I'll do an official list in the review, but that's kind of where they rank. Thank you for the questions, Eliza. Have you ever gone back and rewatched an episode and wanted to give it a different rating? Maybe you missed something you were busy reacting to the previous scene. Good question. I have actually. I've never wanted to like go back and rewatch an episode just to see if I maybe rated it badly. Because I personally don't see the ratings as that big a deal. It's like just a broad overview of how I felt about the episode. It's not really that in depth. That's just kind of a slapstick on the yeah. Here's what I'll give it kind of thing. But I have rewatched episodes like Scam and changed my rating. I think I actually took a couple of points off. No, not points, but like I think like one say like a 7 and went down to a 6. A couple of episodes throughout Scam, and then there was actually some episodes as well that actually got a high rating when I rewatched them. I think Scam's only the really one that I can think of because Pretty Little Liars and Teen Wolf I don't rewatch that unless I'm gonna like watch it with Liam or something. But Scam I watched with Liam anyway, and now I'm watching it again with my sister, which we'll be reacting to. So I think that's the only one. Because any other shows that I just watch in my own time, I just rate there and then on Tracked, which is the website that I use. But I never really say out loud like this is the rating I've given it. It's just like that's what I'll give it. And then you asked another question as well. Do you watch other reaction videos? For example, Jay's Shadowhunters reactions for episodes you've already watched. I do. I watch Jay. I don't watch his Shadowhunters reactions. I watched his Scam ones when I finished the show. I went back and didn't watch them all, but I watched. I'd say I watched about half of them. And I watched like big episodes for shows. So like, say 30 Reasons Why finale. I watched like everyone's reaction to that. I actually went and watched a couple of reactions to Teen Wolf season 6, episode 9 and 10. Because I just thought they were great episodes. So I watched a couple of reactions to them. Amon Snow, I watched all her BTS reactions and My Hero Academia reactions. JVS, I watched his not all of them, but I watched some of the Walking Dead ones. I watched some of his Hero Academia ones. Torchwood Boy, I watched all his Academia ones so far and all his Scam reactions. I think they're the only shows I've watched. I know he's doing Pretty Little Lies, but I can't. So it's shows like that, so I can't watch reactions to that again because I need to actually finish the show. But if there was like a big episode, I'd like watch a reaction to it, sure. So yeah, it's more either if there's just a big episode, or if there's a show that I genuinely love and I want to see that person's like reaction to it, like Hero Academia, because they're so short as well. I would just watch the entire series of reactions to that. So yeah, every now and then for sure. Summer Sky again. Will you ever react to the Vampire Diaries? Because I'd love to see your reaction. I remember you saying it would be season 3/4 onwards. Possibly, I want to kind of just focus on the originals at the moment. I don't think bringing in the Vampire Diaries is like the best. And I know how it ends, so it's kind of annoying. I know how the show, not everything of how it ends. I know like one portion of how it ends. And it just kind of went bad in season 4. I finished season 3. I was on season 4, episode 12 or something. I just was like, sure. Season 3 was so good. It was so good, like when they brought the originals into it with Klaus and stuff. All of season 3 was fantastic. I'd give that season like a 9 out of 10. And season 1 and 2 were just great as well. Like both those, I'd say were like an 8 out of 10. And then season 4 was just like a 5 out of 10. I was just like, this is boring. So possibly like there are still 4 seasons that I haven't seen. So and I don't know like the arcs or stories I've gone. I don't know who lives and dies. So maybe that's the thing. So I do know characters die in that show. I only know one character that dies that I haven't seen, but that's it. So possibly, but I do want to focus on the originals for now. But thank you for the question. And C Note asked the final questions. I think you've got 3 here. Why don't you post uncut reactions for How to Get Away with Murder when you react? I didn't think people would be that bothered about uncut reactions to How to Get Away with Murder. Like, I always think in my head, like, will people watch these uncuts? Like, there was a show that I did recently, and I didn't do uncuts to them because I just didn't. Fear the Walking Dead. I just don't think people would watch uncut reactions to that. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I have to really think if people would watch uncuts to that as well. And How to Get Away with Murder, I think people just kind of watch certain scenes of that. That's why I edit it down for YouTube. I don't think they were really that bothered about an uncut reaction to it. I could be wrong, and if so, I'll do that for season 5. But yeah, that's why. What are your opinions on the James Gunn situation? Who would you want to take over the writing for Guardians of the Galaxy 3? I think it's ridiculous. I think the guy messed up, yes, years ago, and like, what? There's been worse. There's been things that other directors or other people have done way worse, and they've still kept their job. And it's just, I think it's just because it's Disney. Like Disney really don't want to associate, like they did with PewDiePie and Logan Paul or whatever. They just don't want to associate themselves with anyone who's done something negative in the past because they think it'll bring a bad name to them. But like, hate to break it to you, Disney, but half the people that work for you aren't that great, you idiot. Your leader was like some Nazi, so I don't really like see why they've gone after him. Yeah, what he did, what he said on Twitter and all that stuff wasn't great, obviously, but as he even said himself, he's grown since then. It was a mistake. He's removed all that stuff. He didn't want to be associated with that anymore, and it's just like, I don't know. It's unfortunate that they felt the need to fire him over that. Like, I think it's kind of ridiculous. If he did it recently, like he did it today, like, yeah, you've messed up, dude, because you're old, you're wise, you know, not ready to kind of say shit like that in this day and age. But it's like 10 years ago. It's like, dude, come on. But Disney are just salty and they just try and make out they have the high ground on all this stuff, and it's like you really don't. Pipe down. So, yeah, just not great. As for who should take over writing for him, I don't really care. I'm not that big a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy anyway. I'm not there like heartbroken that James Gunn isn't directing Guardians of the Galaxy anymore. I don't even love James Gunn as a director that much. Like, really, he's a good director, sure. He did a good job with Guardians 1. I haven't seen Guardians 2. But it's just more the whole situation behind it. It's just like Disney trying to make out they're these gods. It's like, which they kind of are because they don't own all these franchises, but Jesus, just pipe down. Yeah. Opinions on the Uncharted series, if you've played it. Opinions on Suits Season 8. Specifically Season 8. Uncharted series is one of the best gaming series of all time. The Last of Us is my favourite game of all time, and I think Uncharted 3 or 2 are my second favourite game. One of them. I always can't decide between 2 and 3. A lot of people didn't like 3 just because it was after 2 and 2 was so good, but I really like 3. So yeah, Uncharted is one of the best gaming series of all time, if not the best, because technically Last of Us isn't a series yet. And then Suits, I can't comment on Season 8 because I stopped watching it in Season 4. But I loved Suits. I think it was... No, Season 3 I stopped watching it, Jesus. Suits was really good. I loved the style of how it was filmed. I loved the comedy was actually funny for it. I loved the kind of bromance between Harvey and Mike. I thought that was great. Lewis was a great character. Donna was fantastic. Rachel. All the characters were just awesome in that show. I think my only thing with it was every now and then it just wouldn't really focus on like this main story. Then it'd be like every episode it's like a different case, a different case, a different case. And How to Get Away with Murder kind of did that, but it still had that overarching story in those episodes where Suits sometimes didn't. And then I think I got into this little rut in Season 3 where for like 8 episodes straight it was the same case. I remember it just being one specific case that was not even an interesting case for me. It just wasn't interesting. and the main story kind of got lost somewhere in there, and I just kind of got bored of it. I do want to give it another try because I did really enjoy it, and season 8 is. I know Mike's left the show now, and Rachel. Obviously, Rachel was going to leave. But yeah, I did enjoy Suits. I need to rewatch that. Thank you everyone who asked a question. I enjoy doing these every month, and it means a lot that you actually ask questions. So thank you for that. And I'll do another one for August. Hope these are still entertaining for you guys. If not, let me know, and I'll think of a way to kind of spice it up a bit. I guess maybe I can add edits and stuff. I don't know, but I don't know if you guys maybe prefer just kind of raw reactions, raw videos like this. So you can get mistakes like that over and over again, over and over. But yeah, until next time, thank you for watching. Peace.